Hi, how you doing? I know you've all already seen me do this once before, but Tom Coletti called me out again. Normally I wouldn't do it for the second time, but considering he had a really good reason and a really good charity, which would be this one right here, for us who do, I decided to do it. So Tom Coletti, I accept your challenge for the Coldwater Challenge. I already paid my $10 to this Prescott charity for the firefighters, the 19 firefighters that died last year in Arizona. One of the reasons why we're doing this is because in 2012, of August 2012, we were out on the Halstead fire in Stanley, Idaho, and Tom was one of my squad bosses, so he called me out on it, called out all of his squad. So since I was a crew boss, I decided I wanted to start calling some people out. The guys that I'm going to call out were the guys that were out there with us. So if you remember this IAP, that was us out there on the Halstead fire. So if you remember the last days that we were working out there, those last days it was we were climbing that really big steep mountain, man, and those guys were our followers the whole time we were out there on that really steep part. So the guys that I'm going to call out, of course, if you haven't heard any of the directions or rules and all that stuff, is you can accept this challenge, being the Coldwater Challenge. That means you have to jump in, get cold water poured on you, some sort of cold water onto you, and you'd pay $10 to your charity, this charity right here. You also get to call out 5 other people. Alright, so if you don't want to accept this challenge, you have 24 hours to do this challenge. If you don't want to accept this challenge, you get to pay $100 to this charity. Alright, so the ones I'm going to call out is Johnny Savo. He was my assistant crew boss on that trip. Steve Worley, he was another squad boss on that trip. Trevor Orr, which was one of the firefighters on that trip. David Seacrest. David, I know you already done it too, so hopefully you'll do this again too. It was a firefighter on that trip, and Jason Packard was a firefighter EMT on that trip. Alright guys, ready? Let's get it over with.